1 opened up, deploying the Naval Research Laboratory satellites. There's a view from space, and if you remember the view just before we left, on the bottom left was the Oculus satellite, had a white coloring to it, and it's no longer there. Now we're going to cover the last of the 8 Peapod satellites that are coming up for deployment, and that's going to take about, you know that the one camera we have on top of the payload attach fitting cannot see all sides of the dispenser holding the satellites. Because of the positioning right there, as you see on your screen, of the one camera, we won't be coming up on deployment in about 5 seconds.
Peapod 2 deploy confirmed.
And there's the call out from the avionics engineer. Always a little bit tense as you're waiting for them to confirm that the signal indicates that the door is open. Inside of each of the deployers is a spring that pushes out the CubeSats. And what we have is confirmation at the CubeSats. And what we have is confirmation that the Air Force Academy deployable optical telescope should be in orbit on its own now.
Should be in orbit on its own now. Should be in orbit on its own now.
Now we've got about 235 seconds until we get to the next deployment. Verbal call out when it separates.
Peapod 3 deploy confirmed.
And confirmation, Peapod number 3 has opened. Armadillo should be on its way into orbit in the vacuum of space. Next up will be a quick turnaround, only about 145 seconds until we get to the next deployment.
P-Pod 4 deploy confirmed.
And we have confirmation over the net from
Acquisition
avionics.
HPK.
P-Pod number 4 has deployed. At the same time, we now have acquisition of signal over Hartebeestok, known as HBK, in Africa. And we've got about 165 seconds until P-Pod 5 opens up. And GPS signals that we rely on here on the ground. They currently appear, again, looking up around 2 o'clock at the top of the stack, trying to see if we can spot the CubeSat coming out of the deployer.
P-Pod 6 deploy confirmed.
We've got confirmation over the net. P-Pod 6 deployer has opened.
P-Pod 6 deploy confirmed.
We've got confirmation over the net. P-Pod 6 deployer has opened. We should have the tandem beacon experiment satellite ejected. I was looking for it on the screen, but I didn't spot it. The white objects you've seen coming off to the right-hand side, those are not the CubeSats. Now the second stage is now maneuvering to get in position for the next deployment. That's going to come up in about 5 minutes from now. Position for the next deployment. That's going to come up in about 5 minutes from now. Handful of frequencies to stations on the ground. From there, scientists can measure disruptions in the signals to determine how they're affected by the upper atmosphere bubbles. Waiting for call out of P-Pod 7 opening and the CubeSat deploying.
P-Pod 7 deploy confirmed.
And we've got it a little late sounding, but we have confirmation. P-Pod 7 is open to deploy the second of the 2 beacon experiment satellites for the University of Michigan. And all I've got to say for that is go blue. We're 375 seconds to the final deployment of the P-Pod series. Well, we're at T plus 49 minutes, 15 seconds. We're out between Africa and today's launch. Now, in addition to collecting that telemetry data during the launch, StangSat will stream its data in real time via Wi-Fi to the LEO CubeSat, something that typically we've not seen done before in CubeSats. We're waiting for call out of the CubeSat deploy.
Peapod 8 deploy confirmed.
Deploy confirmed, and we saw it, at least I did, coming out of the top of the screen. So have successfully separated. And as a reminder, the Merritt Island High School team has been working on this project since 2011, according to their Facebook page. So after waiting a long time for a ride to space, we'll celebrate deployment with Go Mustangs! So we've gotten through the first set of satellite deployments. The Oculus SmallSat and the 8 Peapods have all opened up. We've got a 21-minute break before we relight the second stage engine to change our orbit. So we'll be back with that. We're going to leave you with the animation that shows where we are in the coast phase, returning at T plus 1 hour, 12 minutes, just about 21 minutes from now, for the second burn of our upper stage engine.
We did just hear confirmed over the nets that Prox 1 deploy was confirmed. Very exciting, another successful deployment. And in about 10 seconds from now, hopefully we'll hear the same thing and see it as well for NPSat. And there you see the release on your screen of NPSat, a successful deployment and confirmed over the nets. Amazing.
The next deployment will be for the General Atomics Electromagnetic Systems Orbital Testbed, or OTB. Separation will occur in just about a couple minutes from now. Due to the positioning of our camera, though, we will not be expecting to see this deployment live. OTB is a versatile modular platform based on a flight-proven hosting model to test and qualify technologies.
SSC Hawaii.
Test and qualify technology. Test and qualify technology.
It's not a liquid or gaseous oxygen like we breathe. That gives it that it's into flight. So we're going to wait and look for it. Now, in the view that you can see left of center, you can see part of it has a white bottom. That should be the Cosmic 2-5 satellite that we'll see deploy coming up here in just over 1 minute. Just next to it is another one of the Cosmic satellites, and then there's a third one also on the right above the one closest to the camera. So we should have 3 good views, and there goes the first Cosmic satellite.
2, satellite 5 deploy confirmed.
Right on time, within a second or so of the timeline that was set up days ago, so everything looking good. Now the Cosmic satellites, as I mentioned, are mounted around the dispenser. Now, if you remember again our Iridium missions, we had 2 cylinders mounted on top of each other, each holding 5 satellites. Now, the design for STP-2 has 2 cylinders that hold the Cosmic satellites. There are 4 satellites.
Cosmic 2, satellite 6 payload deploy confirmed.
And we heard confirmation. Avionics Engineering reports, looking at the telemetry, that the Cosmic 2-6 satellite successfully deployed. Now, similar to what we do on Iridium, we've got another 2-minute pause. We'll be back for Cosmic 2-2 deploy. This one also will not be visible from the camera.
Cosmic 2 Satellite 2 deploy confirmed.
And another good call out from avionics engineering, watching the telemetry as we're passing through both over the Vandenberg ground station now, coming up on the continental US. Cosmic 2-2, the third of the 6 cosmic satellite constellation that performs radio occultation data by sending signals through the Earth's atmosphere, has successfully deployed. Next up will be Cosmic 2-4. That'll be coming up at 1 minute, or 1 hour, 39 minutes, 57 seconds.
Signal FSC in Hawaii expected.
And we repousal. Now we're looking forward, and then we should stick with the forward-looking view, and hopefully we'll see the satellite that's right front dead center there separate, coming up in about 13 seconds. About 10 seconds to go. There it goes.
Cosmic 2 Satellite 4 deploy confirmed.
Cosmic 2 Satellite 4, the one we intended, is on its way into its own orbit. You can see a little bit of that round mounting ring where the satellite was attached to the dispenser that's attached on top of the Falcon Heavy second stage. So next up, we've got Cosmic 2-1. That one is on the back side. That'll be in 3 minutes. We won't be able to see it. And then we'll wrap up with Cosmic 2-3. So we're 4 down, 2 to go of the cosmic satellites. The P-pods have all opened. They've deployed their CubeSats. The small sats have all deployed. So we've got 2 more cosmics to go. And then if you can see at the top left of center, that large white flat panel, the very last satellite to be deployed, and that's still another couple hours away almost. That's the DSX satellite that'll cap off the mission.
Cosmic 2 Satellite 1 deploy confirmed.
Well, we're just over 100 minutes into flight. We've had the 5th successful cosmic satellite deployed, 2-1, out of view, but that means the next one coming up, that's the one right in the middle there. You can see a little bit of the white panel with the circular images on it. That's Cosmic 2-3. We ought to see that one deploy coming up in just about 2.5 minutes. Currently, Falcon Heavy second stage is passing over Mexico, central Mexico. We're contacting through our Texas ground station, and we recently acquired the second stage with the ground station that we have at Kennedy Space Center out on the East Coast. So it's been 104 minutes since we launched.
And we're coming up on the end of the first orbit, and it's been a great first orbit. And in addition to all the satellite deployments, as we showed you a little earlier,
and make sure that you've got that process understood. Then we'll come back and learn how to do 2 at a time. So right now, coming up, T plus 1 hour, 44 minutes and 50 seconds, everything going well. We'll be back for the final deploy of the cosmic satellites shortly.
All right, we're going to watch here for the deployment of that DSX satellite. Should happen at any moment now.
DSX payload deploy confirmed.
And there you see it. What a beautiful image. 24 of 24. What a night. Jesse, we made it. I can't believe it. A night of historic firsts. John, take us home.
Well, T plus 3 hours, 34 minutes, 42 seconds since we lifted off from Kennedy Space Center, Complex 39A. It's been a bit of a marathon, but when you finish a marathon, you really feel good. We've had an outstanding mission tonight. We lifted off from 39A, turned night into day with the Falcon Heavy, over 5 million pounds of thrust. The center core went downrange, and we knew it was going to be the toughest mission ever for a center core. We did get the visibility of the drone ship camera, but we just missed the drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. However, the side boosters made up for that with a great return to landing zones 1 and 2 for the